We began this weekend with a significant development in Brooklyn Center. A property that has sat vacant for nearly a decade is now getting new life. There are plans to revitalize the former Earl Brown Lanes bowling alley property. The business closed in 2015 and has been vacant since. The property will become a fitness gym called Los Campeones. The owner has other locations around the country, including several facilities in the Twin Cities, but Brooklyn Center would be the largest. The owner has a history of turning around distressed properties.
Pretty much every building has been distressed in some manner, and I've, fixed it up and turned it around and made it, from a negative in the neighborhood to one of the best things in the neighborhood, I think.
The fact that you currently have 15 locations, and I read every inch of your thing, is very impressive, and I welcome you.
The gym is described as a more old-school, traditional workout facility. The owner aims to open by the end of October. A sport that's exploded in popularity across the U.S. is also drawing interest in the northwest suburbs. There's a first-of-its-kind facility in the area that's home to cricket, a sport that is most popular in India. As Ellie Tulke reports, it was started by Plymouth residents.
In what looks like a typical industrial building lies the new home to this unique bat and ball game. After only being able to practice the sport in the summer because of no indoor facilities, 4 cricket dads came together to open this private space where kids could practice year-round.
We decided that we needed a place to practice year-round so our kids could enjoy it, build the relationships and bonding, and just kind of grow the sport here in Minnesota.
And that's exactly what the space is, a place where kids can come and check out a sport they may have never played before and see if they like it. Beecher says more girls and boys have come to play cricket and are finding there are more and more people that are interested.
The main thing is just to provide another opportunity for youth, another sport for youth to explore that could be right for them.
And the players say the game has something for everyone.
You can bowl or bat, and you can field, that's for everyone to do, right? So you're never out of the game.
Other players say the best part is being a part of the team.
My favorite part is being together in a team, normally talk, play, and be active.
Ecosport also runs the space throughout the year to many teams, even the Minnesota Cricket Association Men's League, who have served as a source of admiration for many of the younger players.
It's been great to have those teams come in the off-season as kind of role models for our kids.
Beecher says the goal is to continue building relationships with people who will want to come back.
To see the kids' excitement when they come in and just argue with their parents to have to go home because they just want to play a little bit more is just great.
In Minnetonka, Ellie Tulke, CCX News.
You'll find them off Williston Road on Minnetonka Industrial Road in Minnetonka. A popular Brooklyn Park drive-in restaurant will get new curb appeal.
Here you go. Land of 10,000 potholes.
That's Ralph Wagner pointing out what's about to change at Wagner's Drive-In. The popular burger joint opened in 1988 and has stood true to its old-fashioned charm. But the parking lot needs an overhaul, which will happen in the coming days.
They constantly complain about the parking lot, So now that I've been back, we're able to get funded correct. We're able to do this. We're working in the right direction.
The parking lot will also be fixed to allow more space between ordering stations, which is also good news for classic car enthusiasts who fill up the parking lot every Monday night. A home in Golden Valley recently went on the market. As Delane Cleveland reports, it has ties to a Minnesota icon.
You don't have that hustle and bustle of the city.
On a corner lot in Golden Valley sits a home that was built nearly 40 years ago.
Welcome to this home. You can see it has a great open floor plan.
Realtor Andrea Soul points out features such as the sunken living room, a big black chandelier, and railings that look like they belong in a music venue.
The current owners say when they have parties, the flow works really well with the large kitchen open to the main level, but you still have the funkiness of the railing.
The current owners are Zach Johnson and Alethea Sanvik. They bought the home 4 years ago.
Well, I think the coolest thing about it is, the vibe it has. When you walk in, you get this kind of glamorous 80s feel that, is very unique to this home.
That glamorous vibe is no coincidence. When they were in the process of purchasing the home in 2020, they learned something surprising about the previous owner.
That it was owned by the estate of Prince Rogers Nelson.
This is Purple Rain money.
Yes, he built it in 1985 for his mother.
Built for his mother, but not kept in great shape. Essentially, it was a fixer-upper.
Yeah, it was very apparent. It was in very rough shape.
Now, after 4 years and a number of improvements to the interior and exterior, they're ready to sell and build their own home in the country. The home has been on the market for 3 weeks.
We've got a lot of interest and a lot of people saying that they love the house and saying that the price isn't too high, but we have not got an offer yet.
Johnson speculates it's the high interest rates and the housing market itself that created a challenging environment for sellers.
We've joked about putting out pancakes, you know. And
But they're hopeful that this local curiosity won't be on the market for much longer.
what a cool thing to own a little piece of Minnesota history.
That's Delene Cleveland reporting. The home was listed for just under $700,000. Last weekend, Minnesota Twins legend Joe Mauer was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. A New Hope lawmaker was there to see it in person. State Senator Ann Rest traveled to Cooperstown, New York to witness the ceremony. Rest is a lifelong baseball fan and felt compelled to personally witness a part of baseball history.
It was just a wonderful experience to be part of American baseball history, and Joe Mauer's the best.
Mauer is the 4th St. Paul native to be inducted into Cooperstown, joining Dave Winfield, Paul Molitor, and Jack Morris.
The Northwest suburbs always seem to produce strong distance runners in cross country and track and field. In this CCX Sports Spotlight Flashback, we look back as Jay Wilcox profiled an Osseo student in May.
He just loves running. As Osseo senior Cade Sanvik wraps up his 6th season of high school track and 6 seasons of cross country, he's evolved into an elite middle distance runner. He's put in many miles for sure, 300 last summer alone, but it's about more than that.
Yeah, 100%. I really work on my diet. I do a lot of hip strength and glute strength pretty much every day, and same with core. Drinking a lot of water, getting that water intake in. Good rest is probably number 1, going to bed early and having a good routine.
You know, when he joined us in 7th grade, you could see the skill set. Early on, he used to do little road races in the community, and you just see him take care of business there. And he was running varsity for us, you know, as a 7th grader. And so there is a full natural talent that took him a long ways, but he's really had to switch over here the last couple of years now to that mental piece, but also just having to put the work in.
Like most distance runners in high school, Sanvik runs trails and golf courses in the fall cross-country season and circles the track in the spring.
Oh man, there's a big debate out there with distance runners on who likes cross-country or track more. It ebbs and flows for me. Some days I love cross-country because you're just out doing your own thing, and the races are, you're all by yourself, there's no one around you. It kind of calms you a little bit. But the track, I love running fast. I love the speed work. I don't know, it's probably 50-50.
Cade's become a leader for the distance crew at Osseo, more by actions than words.
He's never been one to take shortcuts. He likes putting the workouts in. You know, he loves coming off the track and said, man, that was one sweet workout. I love that one. You know, and for Cade, yeah, he's a doer. He's not gonna be the one that's gonna get in other kids' faces and say, you must do this or that. He's one that kids go ahead and they just look at Cade, and that's your answer to what you need to be doing in that moment.
And his running journey has led to many friendships within his Osseo team and with competitors.
I've made a lot of friends actually from other schools. Just after a race, I'll go up to him and be like, man, good job, or you did great. Yeah, you can make some good friends by being competitive, and I think track and cross country, there's a lot of, everyone's friendly. Everyone kind of just loves the sport and loves running, and yeah, it builds a good community.
Sanvik set to run in college and study agriculture in a neighboring state.
I'm going to South Dakota State University. Probably what led to it was it's a very small campus. It's the community is right there. The team was just really uplifting and good and very talented. So, and the coach, Rod DeHaven, is a really good guy, and I think he knows a lot about running. So,
while cross country is more straightforward, there are choices to be made as to which races to run in track. As he heads down the home stretch of his high school career, Cade's made his choices for postseason meets.
I have to whittle it down, unfortunately. I'll be doing the 4x8 and open 8 and 4x4 at sections, hopefully getting to state in all 3 of them. I'm definitely gonna miss a huge opportunity to race in that mile at state, but you know, I had to choose the 4x8 because the 4x8 gives you more rest time for the 800, and I'm trying to go for the state title in the 800.
For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Jay Wilcox.
Cade finished 4th in the 800 meters in Class 3A at the state meet and helped the Orioles to 3rd place in the 4x800 relay.